So, Derek, you know the situation, you know what you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the result last night between Burton and Cambridge, and we've got a situation now where if we can get a win and MK Dons don't win, then it allows us to stay in the division for another season.
What's been your message to the players then?
It's been the same as always. We've been on a very good run, and the players are in really hungry mode. They've trained really well. They're in buoyant mood because they've come off a fabulous win last Saturday, and they just want to go to Exeter now and try and get that victory.
Of course, it's still not completely in your hands. You're dependent on what MK Dons do, but last night's result between Burton and Cambridge made things a little clearer, didn't it?
It helped us. It gave us a little bit more clarity on the situation. Burton winning against Cambridge allows us to really focus on winning the game, and then we've obviously got to look at the Burton v MK Dons game. If that goes our way, then we'll have enough points to stay in the division. We've already got more points this season than we did last season, but we've taken it to the last game of the season again.
These last four results, starting with the draw at Portsmouth and then 3 wins, what do you put that down to?
We've just been able to, get the wins. We've played well in a lot of games, and we haven't had the amount of points that we probably would have due. And I think that we've just kept on fighting, and we're doing that to the very last moments. On Saturday, it was a tremendous victory for us because we were 2-0 down to come back and win 3-2. Showed tremendous character from the players throughout the 90 minutes.
How important was that win psychologically? I know mathematically it was vital, but in terms of going into this last game, coming back from 2-0 down as you did?
It was, because the MK Dons were winning 4-1 against whoever they were playing, and Barnsley, and we were 2-0 down at the time, and we've got to manage to get ourselves back into a scenario where we're drawing the game, we get back to 2-2, and as that happened, Barnsley make it 4-4 and we make it 3-2 right at the same point, and it just allowed us another game, another at the end of the season, to try and get that victory to get us to more points than the team above us.
And Cole Stockton, 5 goals in 3 games, is he the difference, do you think?
I think the difference has been the whole team. I think that we've worked hard, but Cole has been a pivotal part in that, because he scored on Saturday with 2 magnificent goals, and he's been a big part to play. Jensen Weir as well, scoring goals as well, has helped us, and I think that throughout the season, everyone's played a part, but Cole's coming into form at the right time.
At the other end, Connor Ripley made a couple of great saves as well, didn't he?
He did. He made a great save in the first half to tip it over the bar, and it's just allowed us to have the opportunity again this Saturday to Sunday to get the victory.
It would be wrong to underestimate Exeter, wouldn't it, even though they're on a tricky run?
Yeah, they've had a lot of difficult fixtures to play, Exeter, and they've had a lot of the top teams to play. It's a hard match, we understand that. We have to go there, and win. We did that in League Two towards the end of the season, and it'll be a similar scenario this weekend.
What's your message to the supporters? Lots of them making a very early start on Sunday morning to get to Devon.
Yeah, I mean, they'll just be looking forward to it. I think that to have and see the players, working ever so hard for their football club to try and get the victories that are possible. It has been a difficult season off the field, on the field as well. It's not been easy because of the type of teams that we've had to play. But the supporters were very vocal last weekend. We're taking a huge contingent with us this weekend, and they'll be very vocal.
I know it may be a bit negative to look back, but do you look at that January window and think, something there could have made things a bit easier for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that even at the start of the season, I did explain, the situation to the board, and I just think that we should have had a wee bit more leeway to allow us to manoeuvre players out and to move players in, but that didn't happen in that window, and then it came to January. It still didn't happen. I had to negotiate myself and get the players out, and before we could get players in, if we had a wee bit of leeway, then we would have maybe been able to get players in sooner than we were, and we're just short on numbers at this moment in time. But sometimes that's what happens, and the powers to be, decide your fate.
But the players you have now have put in a good shift in the last few games, haven't they?
Certainly. They've been brilliant, and we've just got a small squad. That was all we were asking for, was 2-3 players to help us, change things around, because we've got a really tight squad. We had injuries, so suspensions. We've got a couple of players that have not played any minutes this season, or 1 minute or 2 minutes. So all we were asking was a wee bit of help. But the players that are here have given their all for this football club, and they've given us, a fighting chance. We've already got more points this season we've got last season, and that, tells you we're not far away. There's teams that, I think there's 5 teams that have just lost one more game than us, and then we've one more than us, and we've got 6 teams, I think, round about us that we've won more games than.
I know you don't want to tempt fate, but
less games than, sorry.
Where would potential survival fit in terms of your career achievements?
I think that I wouldn't like to say that, because I think that all I'm concentrating on is trying to get the win this weekend. That's all we are as a football club. The players are working ever so hard to do that, and we've given ourselves a fighting chance.
And in terms of injuries, what are you looking like?
Yeah, we just look like we've got Donald Love, we've got Papasori, that look like they're going to be out. Courtney Doofus is still short of match fitness.